Anime, Dead Mount Death Play. Moving on to episode 10, Polka recalls the emblem of her former kingdom. She was taken by her teacher to live in that kingdom. Initially, the royal emblem was not like that. The emblem used by the previous king was too simple. Then, when his son ascended the throne, the emblem changed to its current form. And somehow, the emblem is now displayed using many airships. On a chat platform, many people panicked because of the display of that emblem. It is still unknown, but it seems that they are an organization associated with the emblem. They also appear to be conspiring with the fire-breathing bug. They are so panicked that they even want to kill Phantom Solitaire immediately. Meanwhile, Iwa and Eris are also puzzled as to why the emblem drawn by Polka earlier is now displayed on an airship. Iwa suspects that Phantom Solitaire has something to do with Hozorogi. More precisely, he is connected to the group investigated by Hozorogi. There is a possibility that Phantom Solitaire has been paying attention to Iwa. He suspects that Phantom Solitaire is hiding somewhere and observing Iwa, who is currently being foretold by Polka. However, they still cannot draw conclusions just yet. While they were still discussing, Iwa suddenly received news that he was summoned to the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police Department. Phantom Solitaire is currently relaxing on the airship while listening to the radio. From what he hears, it seems that the information on the internet is more comprehensive for now. Previously, when he was in jail with the seller, Phantom Solitaire was charged 3 trillion yen to obtain information about the emblem. As the seller mentioned before, his services set prices based on the client's conditions. Based on Phantom Solitaire's current condition, the seller believes that Phantom Solitaire can earn 6 trillion yen during his lifetime. And according to the seller's assessment, information about the emblem is worth half of Phantom Solitaire's life, or 3 trillion yen. However, that price only applies to Phantom Solitaire. Depending on the person, the seller may value information about the emblem with just tens of yen. Because for others, the meaning of the emblem may be just an ordinary topic of conversation. According to the seller, information about the emblem is a double-edged sword for Phantom Solitaire. If used correctly, it will ensure his future. If used incorrectly, the information will destroy him. Phantom Solitaire believes in the seller's words. However, if the information is indeed that powerful, it doesn't seem appealing to know it directly from the seller. Phantom Solitaire intends to investigate it on his own. And that's why Phantom Solitaire bought several airships from the seller. From a distance, there is a sniper aiming for Phantom Solitaire's life. The sniper sees the figure of Phantom Solitaire on the airship and shoots without hesitation. Unfortunately, the figure shot by the sniper is just a decoy. Shortly after, Phantom Solitaire hijacks the television signal again. He announces that he becomes a direct target for assassination after 58 minutes of his airship flying. How could someone know that Phantom Solitaire is on that ship? Only police helicopters can reach that height. In other words, there is already a hitman organization that infiltrated the police force in less than an hour. Phantom Solitaire challenges all viewers watching his broadcast. There are already those who want to kill him as soon as he reveals the emblem. They could be a secret organization. Phantom Solitaire himself is also curious about the emblem. He offers a reward of 300 million yen to anyone who can provide him with any information, no matter how small, about the emblem. Polka and her friends also witnessed Phantom Solitaire's recent broadcast. The problems are piling up in front of them. However, the most important thing now is that they have to explain the situation to Sayo. Polka is unaware that she slipped up in front of Sayo when she saw the airship earlier. After that, Polka explains her story. She also assures that the original Polka's spirit is still safe. Sayo believes Polka's story. From the beginning, she sensed that Polka was not acting like herself. When Polka was predicting Iwa, she remained calm even when Iwa pulled her collar. That behavior was completely unlike Polka. Nevertheless, Sayo was also surprised to learn that someone wanted to kill Polka. Sayo wants to take a bath and clear her mind before hearing further explanations. Unbeknownst to her, Sayo brings the shark doll possessed by the original Polka's spirit. They are confident that Sayo will not reveal Polka's identity. In the worst case, Polka may have to use memory erasure magic. More precisely, necromancers have the power to enter the target's spirit and erase part of their memory. That method can affect the target's physical and mental state. The magic itself is not too difficult. However, Polka has only used it on people from her original world. If used on humans in this world, even a small mistake could harm them. Karuya is reminded whether Polka manipulated the memories of the Jinba group back then. Polka confirms it. However, she was still careful when doing it so that they would not become completely disabled. Unbeknownst to them, Misaki is no longer in the room. Meanwhile, the original Polka accidentally had to see Sayo completely naked. Misaki was also in the bathroom with Sayo. Misaki confessed to Sayo that she was the one who killed Polka. Sayo didn't feel angry or anything. She understood Misaki's intentions. Sayo was sure that Misaki wanted to be blamed for her actions. After all, the original Polka must have forgiven Misaki. Moreover, Polka was someone who felt compassion for sharks and humans when watching a movie with Sayo. Polka had indeed forgiven her, but Misaki still couldn't fully accept her forgiveness deep inside. That's why Misaki wanted to lighten her burden through Sayo's anger. Unfortunately, Sayo could read Misaki's intentions. Sayo even forgave her. For Sayo, anyone who likes shark movies is a good person. Sayo had only been with Misaki for a short time, but she enjoyed the moments when they talked about sharks. Additionally, Misaki had saved Kazuki and Shizuki. After leaving the bathroom, Misaki revealed to the others that she was just trying to find out if Sayo had hired her to kill Polka. Karuya was shocked why Sayo brought the shark doll with her to the bathroom. Feeling suspicious, Karuya asked if Sayo knew the identity of the shark doll. After it was explained, Sayo couldn't believe it at all. Not because the original Polka saw her naked, but because she didn't expect the shark to become her family. Strangely enough, Sayo even wanted her spirit to be put into the shark doll. Moving on to discussing the royal emblem, Polka would take action if there was an organization using that emblem for wrongdoing. The emblem was her precious memory. If she let it be tarnished, Polka wouldn't care about a peaceful life anymore. For now, they would investigate if there was indeed an organization using that emblem. It could be a trap set by Phantom Solitaire. One thing is certain, Phantom Solitaire is not a sorcerer from Polka's world, as he also wants to know about the emblem. Karuya asked if Polka couldn't perform some kind of analysis magic. Magic that reveals detailed information about someone just by looking at them. From Polka's perspective, it was actually Karuya who looked like an analysis sorcerer when they were predicting. Karuya only needed the client's name to find information about them. Moreover, Polka knows the secret technique of reincarnation because she has studied it for years. She doesn't know if there are others who came to this world. However, the skulls Polka summons are from her world. Actually, Polka herself was surprised that she could summon them. She only used nearby objects as temporary vessels. She only summons her own spirits. In the past, Polka had spirits that were more proficient in speaking. But she had released almost all of them before the church's conquering unit arrived. Nevertheless, there were still some spirits in their contracted period. As someone who was once called a world disaster, Polka was unsure how to react when summoning them. Sayo advised her to summon them with a smile. Although Polka was worried that she wouldn't be forgiven, she had to believe in the spirits with whom she formed a contract based on trust. Putting that aside, for now, Karuya would carry out her task as an analysis sorcerer. Based on Phantom Solitaire's statement, Karuya would start by investigating the police force. Hozorogi was also willing to provide some information, but she couldn't give the details. Meanwhile, at the Metropolitan Police Department, Iwa arrived there after being summoned by the police chief. Chief of Police, Takanosu Jiroteru, welcomed Iwa's arrival. Jiroteru felt that Iwa's appearance was more like a journalist than a police officer. In fact, he had piercings and dyed hair. Jiroteru understood it. After all, Iwa's department was quite special. However, there was only one important thing. Whether Iwa could be the driving force that maintained the organization's operation. Jiroteru hoped that the wheels of Iwa could smoothly move together with him. On the other hand, Karuya was investigating Jiroteru, the current police chief. Karuya also realized that Iwa had been investigating the Hozorogi case for a long time. Iwa replied that there was no need to worry about that, unless there was a stone that fell into the gap between the wheels. Jiroteru suspected that the stone Iwa referred to was Inspector Hozorogi Miyabi. Jiroteru didn't expect Iwa to refer to his superior as a stone. Both of them still considered Hozorogi missing. However, unlike Jiroteru's words, the stone that Iwa referred to was not Hozorogi. Instead, it was a small rat that cornered Hozorogi and was hiding in this police building. Jiroteru was quite impressed that Iwa came here prepared and could remain so calm. However, Iwa's words and actions were hardly calm. Jiroteru concluded that when Iwa's wheels turned in the system, they made a different sound. Iwa had to be careful, because Jiroteru would not hesitate to destroy those wheels if they produced a discordant sound. Returning to the main issue, Jiroteru summoned Iwa regarding the Phantom Solitaire case. The police decided to re-establish the investigation team. Jiroteru appointed Iwa as the leader of that team. At the same time, Phantom Solitaire was making a phone call to someone. He asked if there was any new information from the police. Several people had hacked into the internal police system. However, there was only one person with a clear motive. The location of the hacker was in Shinjuku. More precisely, it was where a recently opened fortune teller was located. Upon hearing that, Phantom Solitaire became interested in visiting that place. This is the end of episode 10. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss part 11 of this series recap.